Hello and welcome to a short demonstration of KB Max. Today we'll be doing a very short demonstration, also showing the CAD output portion of KB Max. So just note that KB Max is completely a SaaS application, all running up in Microsoft Azure. And today we're running on my laptop inside of Chrome. Real quickly, again, there's no apps required to run KB Max, either on your laptop or your phones or your tablets. And the graphics that you see on the right-hand side are all just WebGL. So everything you see on your screen here is configurable. In other words, not only the model that we're going to be configuring, but also how it's displayed and how it's actually utilized by that user. We can control what it's seen, what menus appear, the colors, the textures, everything that you want to show on the model is all controlled by KB Max. So in this case, it's just asking for what unit of measure that I want to do. What's the harness length itself of this cable, and you can see I can select on it and key in a number. I can use this up down arrow to change that. Also, you have the ability just to have images to use to change the model itself, or again to add values, whatever you need it to do or like it to do. And notice when I do that, we are keeping a bill of materials along with a price in this case, and I can utilize and just ask for that bill of materials anytime I'd like throughout the process. So in this case, I'm going to select the jumper. And here you can see, again, I can allow someone to key in values, or I can just add packages if I like of values prepackaged for that user. And you can see once I did that, it graded all of that content out. So here I'm going to go to the left connector, and notice here this is a required field. So it's making sure that I do have that data placed in there that I need. When I do that, notice I have two choices, parameters or part numbers. In this case, parameter gives me all the 3D choices, if you will, so that allows me to see exactly what that connector end is going to look like per the configuration. So you can see I'll just make a quick couple of choices here so you can see that change and update as I make those changes. We're not going up to the server asking for a rendering. We're actually doing that live right in front of you on the screen right inside of the browser here. If I go to the right connector, and I'll flip this around, notice again, it's asking for I need what connection you want on the right. But again, if I've done this many times, I know all the part numbers, I can just select the part number and have that added to the configuration right there. If I go to accessories, again, this is just quickly showing, hey, I can just have images if I want. In other words, I don't have to have 3D for everything. I can add my different accessories there when I make selections. And again, you can see that being added to the bill of materials right there, but not utilizing 3D in that case. The last thing is notice custom requirements. So what if I had a different color that I was requesting or something like that? I could collect that data for manufacturing or marketing or whatever who needs that data. So we can look at it later to see if we can make improvements on of our products themselves. Notice down at the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and then add that to quote. Now when I add this to quote, so notice I can just go and make this a demo quote, for example. We can upload all of your customer information if you'd like. So I'm going to select Atwood here. What are the contacts under Atwood that I have access to? I can select that. What currencies am I looking for? I can translate that. Notice the attachments. So if I was talking to the client and I wanted to add other attachments, other documents that we talked about, I could add that right to the quote right there. Notice also that the configuration is down here under products, and I can add other products if I want to. Or I can always select this type. In other words, I can select that configuration as is. So if I need to go back and make changes to it, I can't. So I can just save that and come back to it later, or I can add products, I can delete it, or of course I could submit it. One last thing I'll show here real quick is, again, I do have discounting capability here. Again, if you'd like to have it. Notice I can go up, in my case, go up to 13% or 14, but again, if I get closer to 15, that's when it's going to argue with me I don't have permission. Note that there is also workflow happening in the background, so if I wanted to go to different discount ratings and then alert a manager or something like that, they need to approve it. That's very easily done inside of KB Max. In this case, I'm going to submit. And once I submit, you're going to see a lot of things happening there. Notice it says generating file, and you see a Word file generated and a PDF file generated. So that was done by KB Max. Also, it's going to happen, and again, it's transparent to the user, that it launches SolidWorks, and you see SolidWorks running here in the background. So it's generating those assemblies. It's going to also generate a very simple drawing for either not for manufacturing but for sales, and of course it could also make the manufacturing drawings also. So I just wanted to pop that up, and I also want to be clear that is not part of the user experience. They don't require SolidWorks to be on there. machine that they're running on. Again, that could just be utilized on a machine that's hooked up to your network that has SolidWorks that's standing there waiting for work for any drawings or solid models that need to be produced. So now we're back to my quote screen. You can see everything's complete, and you can see my list of attachments right here with the marker right there. And so when I list that, I can see there's my file that's going to be exported as a step file, and also a PDF export of that actual quote itself. And I'll present that so you can see that. Notice again, it just downloaded it locally for me, and there you can see that very simple sales drawing. Thank you.